welcome to the Cold Water. And we're back.
Are we truly back on
Can you slap me? Can someone slap me? No, please.
No, it's
don't
pinch.
slap me. Pinch me.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, slapping is for like
Just
majorly
double.
overreacting.
Double.
Yeah, you just
Same
pinch
time.
5 minutes. Yeah.
So how's
Wake
everyone?
So we are on YouTube.
Yes, we're back.
Wow. Boy, don't we just feel blessed.
And we're still under
so
the
blessed.
water.
They really did. They showed us, I'll tell you. They taught us something.
Yeah.
They taught us that we don't know anything.
I'm contrite now. Yeah. Totally.
I still don't know why we got that stress.
Hence, that's why we're so scared right now.
Here's the thing about that, honestly. You guys notice that it's been the 3 months, and then around the time, it's like, then all of a sudden they decided to just give us our channel back. And they gave the video back too, though.
Yeah.
Which tells me
Really?
there was no. Yes.
Yeah, it's up.
Our
it's
false our F word.
Oh yeah, we can't say
taken
that
that
word.
F word string.
Right?
Yeah, and it's still there. The title's still there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. There's nothing changed.
Yeah, if
nothing
y'all want
about
to
it,
check
yeah.
out the video that we need to archive that, by the way. Let's go ahead and do that immediately.
Yeah, and review it. I want to review it.
Yeah, because I went through it in my head a couple of times, and I'm like, there's nothing that we could have possibly said there. So, yeah, we invite everybody to go ahead and check out the video there. It's the I don't know. We shouldn't even say these words.
They don't say it.
But anyway, it's up there. It's our latest video.
And F.
And that's why we were banned.
We were falsely flagged for using 2 specific F words.
Correct.
There we go.
Correct.
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not even aware of any puns. If there were any puns, don't tell me about them because we could get in trouble, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, check out that last video, and that's why we were banned. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but welcome back to us.
Yeah, it's great. We should be unafraid here. Unafraid.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, we should mellow out because we probably want to use YouTube for some live coverage coming up soon. But then after that, I mean, we can't continue.
Trump meeting.
We can't live in fear.
Yeah.
You know,
no fear.
Fear of using a particular word. Okay, lawyers, guns, and money. We've got, a good.
One of my favorite ones of on tunes, by the way.
Yeah. Well, of course, let's talk about.
Let's first talk about the
lawyers. How about Rudy Giuliani? They're claiming that the September 1st deadline he just made it up, apparently. But of course, these are all unnamed sources, and the source was quoted. Let me see if I can find that quote. This just sounds made up. This whole quote about this happening. Let me see if I didn't.
Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy. They're saying Rudy made this up. This whole thing that it's going to be the deadline is September 1st and all of that. So I will attempt to find it. In the meantime, we've got plenty of other lawyers to talk about. Yeah, this bumped off my list here. So, yeah, in short, with Rudy Giuliani, they're saying that he made it up, and then
went on to the payment.
No, the deadline, September 1st deadline.
Oh, right.
Saying that it's going to be over by then.
Wow.
So, unnamed source close to the investigation, went and gave an incredibly explicit quote about Mueller, the champion, leaving no stone unturned, and he will go and take as much time as the investigation deems so, and if it depends on the cooperation of witnesses and quote targets unquote. So it's the cooperation of the targets. So there's an insinuation there that it's obvious, even though they're saying Trump's not a target. Gee, he is. I mean, this is
right.
Crosshairs deluxe. With the back of CNN right there. So, yeah, it's going to go on until Trump cooperates. That's just insanity. So I'm kind of questioning wherever that came from, who that unnamed source was, and I believe that it was the Washington Post that reported this, but I can't be certain, so that's just a guess. I can't seem to find the original article here. So, lawyers. Now, Robert Mueller. I mean, is this thing going to end? When do you guys think it's going to? Do you think it's going to switch? Do you think they're actually going to do a grand jury and some of these subpoenas are going to come out and, you know, the investigations that they're doing?
I think we'll see more of the same, like the crap with what you call it, Stormy Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen, we don't really have anything, but here's something that will get people riled up for a minute.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Let's give some people some, you know.
Like a literal,
talk about.
A literal horse and pony show.
I was stunned to see how many times that attorney appeared on CNN. It's close to 100 now. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, this thing hasn't been going on for more than a third of a year, and that's every day, right? For 4 months. You're talking. It's been going on for about 4 months, right? Stormy Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being generous there.
No, I mean like over that. I believe.
So that means that
Daniels.
this attorney has been on CNN. He must have an office there. He's been on there on average over once a day, appearing on CNN. So he's got to have an office there. I mean, how do you why? Really? I mean, you'd have to have an office there. So yeah, that's kind of. There's another attorney of note, and apparently this guy and a few other people that he's cohorts with. Of course, you put yourself in the spotlight like that, and you're an attorney. Of course, you've done something wrong. So I think we'll see some more stuff on that. I guess the big question is who can pile the most stuff up. And what's sad in this case is that they're using all of this Trump dossier and these threats and the threats of impeachment. And my Lord, Maxine Waters, wow, she's one to be talking about impeaching folks.
How is she?
Well, she gave her daughter another quarter, I think it was $100,000 or something. And this is Karen Waters, who is received $750,000. And then there's questions. She's basically this woman is giving her son and daughter millions of dollars. And the last one was about $750,000 in campaign contributions for just, you know, my daughter is doing something for me. For whatever it might be. I mean, there was some scam last time in LA County about her doing some sort of voter plaque type of thing. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it gets you slotted so that you're on flyers, you know, that go out to poor. And of course, this is some of the poorest. Well, her district is the poorest, one of the poorest in LA, like in California, basically. If you want to count.
Didn't she win some kind of award for corruption?
Award for corruption. She should be right at the top of the list.
Yeah, like no, I mean like I'm not even kidding. There's some group.
Was it the Clinton Foundation Award? So yeah, what I think's happening is that they're giving everyone the illusion that there's all of this terrible illegal stuff going on with Trump, and when we actually go and get to the meat of things, where real crime, I mean massive crime is committed, the 30,000, 33,000 emails that were deleted and still not deleted. Okay, they're still out there, folks. The servers that are missing, that's the big thing. The servers that are missing. People need to keep an eye on the fact that also the NSA has the capability, in my opinion, because a lot of these emails were actually sent over public networks like Yahoo and Google. So you're telling me that those guys don't have access somewhere? Wow. Nothing's totally deleted, folks. If they need to find those emails, they're out there.
Oh man.
So yeah, Anyway, so those are the lawyers I got on my mind, and I think that they're just building the illusion that this Trump thing is going to, and when the Clinton stuff happens, people are going to be just like, well, we just don't need any more of that, even though this is the real case. So that appears to be what's happening. I hope that this is the beginning of some Pizzagate exposure, and I hope to God Seth Rich's name comes up again. I really do. I know. I don't know what's.
How come they never make a Seth Rich movie like what they did?
His
about
parents.
Julian
His
Assange?
parents primarily.
They don't want to.
His parents have threatened and are. And I mean, you have to respect it. That it's his parents.
At one point, they came out. They were on the news and everything, saying that they want justice for their son, and
Right.
they thank the
who
people.
doesn't want
And
that,
then,
right?
like, some guy started speaking for the family.
Right.
Nobody ever asked the family, and the family never came out. See, that's the thing. The family never came out and said, you know how we were saying one thing, and then a guy who has no connection to us possibly started speaking for us? He doesn't speak for us.
Right.
They would have to speak for themselves again to do that. And I don't know, I don't know.
Well, and considering what happened there, I mean, where's the laptop? Okay, I mean the laptop.
Yeah.
This guy worked for the DNC. You've got Julian Assange, outright. I mean, he doesn't name him, but he names him. He names him as the source for the DNC leaks, and the guy shows up dead. It's not a robbery, and all of a sudden, his laptop is somehow missing.
Did he got shot?
Yeah, he got shot at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning in front of his place in a nice neighborhood in D.C. where there's very little crime.
Mm-hmm.
And
Matt Couch of America
there was
First
no robbery.
Recovered some closed circuit television video from like nearby in the neighborhood because the police didn't care.
Oh, yeah.
Like they could have gone around asking, "Hey, so you've got a convenience store, and I noticed you've got a camera here. Can we see? Do you have the cameras from that?"
Yeah.
No, the police weren't
Where's the
interested.
CCTV footage?
DC police were not interested in really conducting an investigation.
And the main guy who, the first investigator, was not somebody who normally investigates at that hour or wasn't on his. It was totally irregular for him to be investigating that case. It was off his what are they, the roll call, and he wasn't. He it was abnormal for him to be on it, and for this laptop, you would think, okay, it appears that this guy got murdered because he was gunned down on the streets, and hey, listen, there's motive. There's definitely motive here. Well, the first piece of evidence that you want to look for is his laptop, and nobody knows where it is. No, I mean, nobody. That's so.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's just evaporated. So Clinton-esque. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to the parents, but I mean, a la Clinton, they're either offered a lot of money or they're probably threatened.
Yeah.
So.
If they want to disappear someone, how come they can, like what they do in the Heisenberg show? They just try to put acid on the people and melt them. They will be gone forever. I think that's what
That's if you don't have the cops on your side.
Yeah.
If you've already got the cops, you don't have to get rid of the evidence.
It's okay.
You have cops go, I didn't see that. I'm not writing that down.
Yeah.
Case closed. Like, if you're criminals, you got to make bodies disappear and stuff. Yeah. If you're criminals who have the cops under your thumb, then no, it's a totally different game then, yeah.
Well, and DC actually doesn't have, they've got a fairly, as far as metro areas go.
DC was vying with New Orleans for murder capital of the U.S.
But they've got a better murder solve rate.
D.C., Chicago, New Orleans.
My point is a murder solve rate.
Oh, right.
So
if
you want to kill somebody and get away with it, go to San Francisco. You statistically have a 93% chance of getting away with it, no matter how stupid you are.
Really?
They just don't care. They don't investigate, and they don't close on 93% of all homicides in San Francisco go unsolved.
There's so
It
many
is the
Filipinos
unsolved
there.
murder capital
Really?
of the
Wow.
United States.
Unsolved murder capital.
Yeah, they just don't clear the cases.
Now, back in my hometown, we've literally, like, we don't have a lot of murders, but I believe that there's, like, one accounted for in, like, the last 100 years.
Oh, man.
And I mean, like, it happens, you know? Like, there were, like, 3 one year. In one case, a guy was, like, here's the cops over here, and here's a guy, and he got shot by this other guy, and they, like, how do you... You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the cops, here's the murderer, here's the murder, and they still didn't, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that... Yeah, I do. I'm not going to say anything about it, though. I do want to visit home once in a while.
Yeah, I hear you.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
We had a guy, there'd been a couple of murders in my building. I mean, not to mention on the street right in front.
In San Francisco.
But in my building
Wow.
in San Francisco.
Wow.
And one was just right on the floor below me.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like within putting distance. I mean, I wouldn't even need a wedge to get there to this apartment. And how this one, like, nobody really cared about that. Apparently, the guy, there was some sort of argument, and the guy just bashed the tenant's head against the sink until it fell apart.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's security cameras
like,
all
if that's
over.
what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, there's security cameras all over that place. I mean, in the hallways, in the lobby, everywhere. And I mean, you didn't have any cops going around asking any questions. You didn't have. I mean, they just, frankly, just didn't care. Just couldn't be bothered with a murder.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and from what I understand, that place ain't getting any better. So.
San Francisco, where there are so many gays.
Yeah. I mean, now it's
Isn't
like not
that
even.
the gay
It's not
capital
even
of,
into
of
be.
America?
It's a
Pretty
gay
much,
capital.
yeah.
If like, yeah, if you want to go gay, you got Key West, San Francisco. But I mean, pretty much, it's not even cool to be gay anymore because that's kind of like passe.
Yeah, that's cliche,
It's
right?
kind of
It's
passe.
not cool to
Exactly.
be gay anymore.
Yeah, it's like it used to be. Oh, it's great. Now it's just kind of like, okay, well, we have to find something more extreme to celebrate diversity or something, or something shocking that want to do. But just wrapping up on San Francisco to be let you know how their thinking is. They used $950,000 taxpayer dollars for a fund to have attorneys defend illegal aliens on the peninsula for felony charges. Taxpayer, they're not even using. These are high-paid attorneys in San Francisco, not court-appointed attorneys. So this isn't from
Public attorneys?
These aren't public defenders. These are high-profile attorneys,
Right? Yeah.
that are actually getting paid taxpayer dollars to defend illegal aliens who commit crime against the citizens of San Francisco.
Illegals.
To defend illegals, so they're taking city taxpayer dollars and putting it into a fund to defend illegal aliens who are accused of felonies.
Just
And they're not even bothered to go through a public defender's office. They're so special that they get the best defense. So and we pay for it.
it's very wrong.
Yeah. It's so backwards. It's so incredibly.
Send them back to their countries.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, and it's this whole sanctuary city thing, but I think,
Yeah.
but that's what they're doing.
Demolish the sanctuary
So
city.
lawyers in San Francisco, that's how
Tear it
that's how it
down.
rolls there. So I don't know. Any more thoughts on lawyers, folks? I mean,
No, but yeah. What's on my mind is that the Yanni and L'Oreal thing that's been on,
oh, that's hilarious.
trending this weekend.
I think we're gonna have to play that.
I honestly
Can we play?
feel
Can you
like,
find that L'Oreal and Yanni?
I feel like
thing?
it's the result.
It's
of
all
some
over
kind
the
of
world.
Oh, I
massive
can-
Who
experiment.
did that?
We want to
Yeah.
find the White House.
I
Oh, yeah,
believe
the
that
video.
you know what
Wait,
else
it's
is
on- yeah.
like.
Can you get it to him?
There's
Maybe
that's like
just search.
indicative
It's-
of a larger situation
It's
where like the whole world can look at one situation and two groups are saying two drastically different things and not understanding how the other side can see what they, you know?
They just want to hear what they can hear, you know?
Yeah, and that's, I feel like the same thing's going on with the news and everything.
Yeah, they just want to hear what they want to hear.
People just see, like this, you know, I don't know.
People just see what they want to see. People just see what they want to hear. They don't care about what it's right or wrong or what it's...
Well, so which one are you? Laurel or Yanni?
I heard Yanni.
And
to me, it didn't say, I don't know. Like, it sounded like a gremlin. Is what it sounded like to me.
You didn't hear one or the
Actually,
other?
it sounded, you're dumb.
Are you serious?
You're dumb.
It was...
Now, see, that's fascinating.
Yeah, like, I was listening to it and I was like, I'm not really hearing either. Huh. Not really.
You have a bad ear.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know why?
I have very selective hearing.
You know why? There's so many on your ear.
That's what it is. Honestly, no, it's ridiculous.
There's what?
I really do.
Hairy.
I have very hairy.
Yeah, very
ears.
hairy. You're very hairy. That's why.
Every now and then, I will take like some scissors or
My
whatever.
dad is doing this.
Oh, you gotta,
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Take some
It's
Roncinol.
terrible.
Laurel.
Take that, you know that
Go to the waxing salon.
Fill your entire cavity with Roncinol and then magnesium fuse.
Pull it.
That just doesn't sound like a good idea.
You only have to do it like twice a year. Serious.
All the ear was taken out.
But don't some of those little hairs in there like help you not puke when you stand up?
Puke?
Like your equilibrium and everything.
I
The
think
stuff that's responsible for vertigo and all that crap.
The hair?
Yeah, there's little hairs in your inner ear.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's further inside, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it's enough magnesium and Roncinol, it's going to get those too, I would think.
I think, well, the purpose of hair is just like especially, you know,
okay,
it's a
we're
low-level
playing.
filter.
We're going to play the video.
Are we queued up for... Oh, here we go.
So
yeah, it was ready. Sorry,
Laurel.
It's Laurel. Definitely Laurel.
I'll try it again.
It's Laurel. But I could deflect and divert to Yanni if you need me to.
It's clearly Yanni.
Yanni.
Don't
Definitely Yanni.
Yanni's a winner.
I hear
Laurel's a
Yanni.
loser.
Sarah, it's been reported that you
For all the
hear
people
Laurel.
who
How do you
hear
respond?
Yanni, they
Clearly,
say
you're
that
getting your
they have
information from
accurate-
CNN because that's fake news. All I hear is Yanni.
Oh man, that's Laurel.
Laurel. It's Laurel, America.
Who's this
Definitely
one?
hashtag
Oh,
Laurel.
not that.
Who's Yanni?
Mary.
I hear Kofefe.
See, it just sounds like
we
Mary.
missed the end of it.
Kofefe.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah.
Trump comes in and says, I hear Kofefe.
I hear
That's
Kofefe.
awesome.
Cool.
I think it's cool they did that.
In the White House.
That's a nice... Their PR folks are obviously got it together.
All I heard
Pretty
was
funny.
earring.
A drunk robot.
Well, they have a new one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I haven't heard Yanni since the 90s.
Oh, the new
though.
one is-
What is up with
well,
that
Yanni
guy?
here's Yanni,
Okay.
by the way.
There's a latest. It's like Green Needle and...
I couldn't hear anything on this one.
in the White House.
That's their PR folks.
See, what do you hear? What do you hear there? Green Needle. What can you hear?
I hear White Needle. Oh, now it's Green Needle.
See? What can you can't
Yeah,
hear anything.
yeah, you can change it though. If you think brainstorm, you hear brainstorm.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I
telling you.
tried it. I tried.
I did. That's what they're doing. You see, that's what they're doing?
Yeah.
You hear and see what you expect to hear and see.
Yeah.
Everything is an optical illusion from this point forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm trying to change it with brainstorm. Like, okay, I'm gonna put brainstorm in my head. And then I'm gonna play it. Green Needle.
Oh, I almost...
Oh, that means you can't manipulate my mind.
Yeah.
I can't be a divergent.
Wait,
Or I'm a divergent.
Maybe we need to do smacker.
No!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to put brainstorm in my head. I tried that 10 times. It didn't work. So no one can...
Try later. You know what we should do is put it on a loop, run it at about 140 decibel, a loop.
Loop?
140.
140 decibels and duct tape these things to your ears.
Brainstorm.
See if you get some good night's sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Boy.
So
yeah, that has been the weekend trending for all of the people all over the world.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it started a little
What
while
the
ago.
fuck is that?
Oh, that's porn. Sorry. I gotta learn how to close my porn. Yeah.
Busted.
Busted. I got busted. Here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, there we are. Hey, actually, I had it on my other machine when I was over here.
Now,
It
easy
froze the
there,
other day.
Kurt.
How can you get away with that? How can you get away with that?
I was just
You need a
explaining
lawyer.
to the family that tentacle porn exists. That's all.
Tentacle porn.
You know, I mean, they didn't believe me, and so I had to prove it to them.
I'm opening my non-porn browser now. Busted.
Busted.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Wheel.
Okay, Blackbird agrees with me. It sounds like a gremlin saying gremlin. The first one.
Blackbird.
Gremlin.
Where?
The Laurel Yanni.
It's like gremlin.
Wow.
Gremlin.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't sound enough like either to me.
How can it
For it
sound
to
like
be
Laurel?
either.
It's so far. Like Yanni Laurel. It's
I
you
know.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, it's kind of like that white dress, green dress.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it white or green? Or
Oh yeah,
green
yeah. That was like 3 years ago.
I
was
think
a
it
while
has
ago,
something
yeah.
to do
Yeah.
with like metaphorical blind spots.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Depends on people's eyesight.
Like, yeah, it's basically like an optical illusion. In this case, an oral illusion. But yeah.
Some people are colorblind. I mean, I know I have a weird sense of green.
Your eyes?
I mean, yeah, my green is kind of shifted for me compared to other people. I don't know, more, I can see more green and blue, I think. Something like that.
Like,
But I think a lot of people are, you know, you get into these borderline spectrums, say, is that green or blue, or is it teal?
you're
or whatever.
colorblind.
No, I can see color.
Ah.
Although this, I was doing wash in college one time, and you know, I'm just doing my colors, right? And this girl comes in, she's really cute, and she sees me, looks at my closet, and all I have are black and white clothes. And she says, "What is this? You know, just what is that?" And I said, "Well, you know, I'm colorblind, and I, you know, I just wear black and white because I don't want to be embarrassed by, you know, just don't want to be embarrassed by it." And have you ever done this? You play a joke on somebody and then you forget to tell them the truth. Like you can just kind of leave it. Something happens. Like in this case, the washing machine probably buzzed, and so I went and said goodbye to her. And I, you know, we were friends through, you know, just casual saying hello, eat with each other every once in a while. But so it was like the next semester they came over and they were in some psychology class and they wanted to do, and so her friend, they came over with some beer and they wanted to do an interview with me because I was colorblind. And they, for this entire time, thought that I was colorblind. So, yeah, one of those dangling jokes. Do you guys have any out there still that, you know, you forgot to tell somebody that you were messing with them?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any danglers?
Yeah.
Hopefully none that have affected people in a bad way. Well, so yeah, you perception of color and
The thing about my eyes is when I get super tired. There's one time, like I think that's last week. I was so tired. I went to the gym working out. and I'm like walking around. Also, I'm feeling so hungry. There is some point that I'm gonna think that I'm gonna be blind.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what's that, but I was like, oh my god, am I blind now? Because what I see is just white thing.
Were you feeling lightheaded at the time, or?
Hungry. Hungry.
Okay,
and
so
tired.
blood sugar and.
Yeah, I was like, why is everything is turning to white?
So.
I was crossing the road actually.
But
That
how long
mo-
was it since you dropped the last hit of acid?
What? What?
Well, because normally acid takes a good 12
45
hours.
minutes
you know.
to an hour before you get the first alerts,
acid?
And then you'll have even
another
12.
hour and a half until the peak period, at least. Yeah, an hour and a half.
You'll
to 3
still
hours
see
to the peak,
flashers and
depending on
stuff, you know, for all that acid.
the
I mean,
after
especially the
effects
amount that
too,
you
yeah.
take. It's just insane because you got a sheet and you're down to what, 20 tabs now? You shouldn't be taking so much. I mean, it's
What are
really
you
not-
talking about?
Man, I don't know.
That's what happens.
Yeah, seriously. she's
Then
not even
your brain's
she's
just
not
fried,
even
you know?
aware of it.
At first it's fun, and then after a while it's like, you know, you see two of everything, and
What are
you
you guys
know.
talking about?
Those aren't postage stamps, okay? No, we're just messing with you.
I was like totally confused. What are they talking about?
Fascinating article on Barry Goldwater. But yeah, if you want to switch.
Yeah, there's something. There's something wrong with my eyes lately.
Well,
Closer, porn browser.
Why? What are you hearing?
Tama na.
Tama
na.
What are you guys hearing? I'm saying it right.
No. Laurel. Okay.
Yeah. So.
What article?
Well, listen. I mean, we got
Look at
guns.
Maxine Waters' face.
Okay. Yeah, we covered her. She's just what a terrible human being. And there.
Also, yeah. Okay.
Oh, mind if I have a bump?
oh yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Now the snuff break.
Yeah. Here we go. Try not to spill the precious powder.
Oh, you know, I really do like that stuff. The it's all like minty or whatever, so it doesn't burn as much as the stuff.
If
I
it's
have.
burned, why are you taking it?
Because it's tobacco.
Exactly. Duh. It also kills you,
Yeah.
but it's also tobacco.
It's
See?
tobacco.
Do you get it
Whenever
now?
my dad
Like,
visits
sure,
me,
it's bad for you.
Whenever
you'll
my dad
die
visit
and-
me in my home, he's just gonna sneak in my bathroom and smoke there.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad.
So your dad gets the same lecture I got from your mom?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Her
My mom
her
told
mom
me.
is her mom's a finger pointer too.
My mom told him
Yeah.
the moment
I've got a
the
pack
first
of
time
cigarettes that's got like
she met him.
like somebody's
Cigarette
brain
is
blown
bad.
out and all of this, you know, their entries are all over the place and it's a danger smoking as if I haven't seen that before.
What
And we're in
did
this
Mom
tiny
told you?
cafe table. Right, it's Subspace. Did you know the place down?
Mom says.
And so, and I'm just getting to know Mom,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "You shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health." Like, okay, Mom, this is nice.
You
I
have
haven't-
to wait for your turn.
I haven't heard
Wait
that.
for
Don't
your
tell her
turn.
you smoke.
Right. Yeah.
Don't tell her you smoke. Tell her that you're a heroin user.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you'll be better off.
So it's like in California. Like, can't you just smoke crack like a decent, ordinary, you know, common citizen?
Mm.
You know.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's funny.
Uh,
Maxine Waters.
Well, you know, I mean, I think we kind of covered her. She's just she's just human garbage. She's filth. She definitely needs to go into sewage.
Speaking of blacks, the new royal princess is black.
What?
I mean,
The royal wedding, like every girl in the Philippines are like, oh, I want to be a princess too, like her, and marry the prince. That was me before, but I'm so red-pilled.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so red.
Yep.
So
how can the prince marry a divorcee?
Because they change the rules as they see fit.
Yeah,
You know?
mean they are royalty.
I mean, honestly, that's already happened. That Charles was divorced from Camilla before Diana, right?
Oh
yeah.
Like, and I'm ashamed I even know this because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm an American, so it doesn't matter. Whereas if I were a British person, it still wouldn't effing matter. Because
Well,
it's
yeah.
royalty. It's a, you know, all royalty means is that Prince Andrew gets to have sex with kids and doesn't get in trouble. That's what royalty
there you
is.
go.
That's what royalty is.
He is
Oh,
actually
they can marry
listed
whoever they
on
want.
the manifest.
Mm-hmm. Dude, no, he was good friends with Jimmy Savile. I've seen like a Jimmy Savile is talking about how he borrowed someone's kid and then ended up. He's on a freaking talk show. But you know, he's Jimmy Savile, and everybody loves Jimmy Savile in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s. And he's talking about, and then we ended up at this, the poor thing, she fell straight asleep. And then we ended up at a hotel, and, you know, we saw Prince Andrew there. And Prince Andrew's like, what have you got there? And I'm like, and so, like, this went on for decades, and people were like, yeah, that's normal. Jimmy Savile borrowed somebody's kid, went to a hotel, partied with Prince Andrew. Because that really, that really goes on, evidently.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure it has for centuries and generations. It's just now. Like, I know it has because that whole Oscar Wilde thing, you know? The whole story about Oscar Wilde and the trial for homosexuality. They've got, like, there was the Franklin scandal in the 80s in the U.S., it was the Cleveland Street scandal in the 1880s in the UK. And once again, it was a bunch of British royals, the House of Lords, barristers, counselors. You know, it's like 80% of the people who were trying Oscar Wilde for having sex with the son of a lord had sex with the sons of commoners, stable boy types, Oscar Wilde's crime was you're supposed to stick to the stable boys. Plus, he wasn't a lord, he wasn't a noble himself, and he didn't stick to the stable boys. That was what they, because everybody else there had sex with young boys on a regular basis. Like, speak of the manifest, it was the Cleveland Street. Like, I'm pretty sure that Oscar Wilde had some of that paperwork and had some proof, and then he was evidently robbed, and that's when the whole thing happened. I believe that Princess Diana was killed in part. I mean, she was an inconvenience for many reasons.
She wanted to get out.
An inconvenience and an embarrassment, but the big thing was she was involved in some charities where she would have crossed over possibly with some of what Jimmy Savile was into, by which I mean hundreds and hundreds of young children, like, being raped over a period of decades. Yeah. Hundreds. Yeah. Like, over 500 came out. Over 500 came out. Think of how many, like, we'll never be able to speak about. Can you imagine, like, and then the rest of your life? Like, this is one of the most beloved men in England. He was sort of almost like, I hate to even draw this illusion because I'm a big fan of Mr. Rogers. But, like, as far as, we'll use Bill Cosby. But I still don't think Bill Cosby's even, he was more like Mr. Rogers. Like, everybody knew Bill Cosby, but no, everybody, except for the people who knew better, everybody kind of trusted Jimmy Savile. That's why they kept giving him kids shows. They thought he just loved kids. No, not really. Well,
depends on your perspective.
Well, I mean, I don't believe that destroying something is a proper way of expressing love. No. Yeah. So whatever he thought, no.
Terrible.
Her gown is so pretty, though.
Who is?
Megan's gown, wedding gown, so pretty, and everyone.
It was made out of toilet paper, right?
No, like everyone in the receptions are black. Oprah was there too.
Oh, great! Oprah has to be everywhere, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I mean,
most of the people who attended the weddings are black.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's okay. That's their way.
But yeah,
Isn't that Prince Harry is the most, like, what do you call that? Crazy.
Is he the one that dressed up as a Nazi for
in
that
a Halloween
party that
and
time?
Then
he will never live that down. Doesn't matter what he does, he'll never live that down.
Just a poor
It doesn't help the fact that his grandmother, there's the pictures of, 1938 England, and she's in England, 1938. Well, they're cousins,
they're doing that?
know?
True, yeah.
And, there's this new cool thing going on in Germany.
They were throwing one up for the big guy back then. I've seen those photos. It's hilarious. You'd be surprised to see who throws one up for the big guy over there in those photos before things started to really get cooking. Yeah.
Let's not do that in the club again.
What do you mean?
Our dance move.
What is wrong?
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yeah.
Staying alive.
Oh, wait,
But when was the last time you went out? That was so long ago.
I do remember that.
That's a while ago.
Am I blushing?
We haven't been out to a club in a long time. Yeah.
I was like, let's not do that in public again.
I do totally remember
Or let's do that more.
See what's happening. Nobody in the Philippines cared. They were just laughing.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't
this
care.
is rubbing off
and
on
remember,
you.
I'm showing everyone that. And then
you're getting social justice rubbed off on you somehow. Who have you been hanging out with?
Secret.
Yeah, you need to have an exterminator. There's somebody liberal close to her. I can smell it. You can smell it. Somebody liberal is near her. Yeah. She's getting infected.
I'm infected.
What's the cure?
Let's go out.
Yeah, go out to one of the clubs and start throwing up some Sieg Heils. There you go. That ought to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to. And then
you have to shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah, and then write an essay on the Holocaust never happening, never even existing. It was a hallucinatory auditory dream.
Bonus points if you end it, and so that's why the Holocaust never happened. Though I wish that it really did happen, but even if it did really happen, I would say that it didn't anyway.
Yeah.
The end.
I hope people realize that we are being facetious here. We're being,
This is our first day. This is our inaugural. So we spent 3 months. They said we were too politically incorrect. So we figured we'd break the thing in with some Holocaust humor.
Funny how you kind of wander in there.
They show it. They showed the show.
It's a joke, okay? What we're doing is but you can't joke about it because so I guess we wandered into hate at that point. So. It's not, folks. It's not really. I don't know. You're not quite Jewish.
Technically, I'm descendant of Abraham, though.
Right?
You can tell. I think I'm allowed to make that joke.
There. But yeah,
no,
Jewish
his
friends
nose can't make him.
K2's a Jew. He's Jewish.
Yeah,
so we have Jewish friends and Jewish family, and go Ashton Kutcher. I really admire the guy primarily because Ashton Kutcher. What did I say, Kutcher?
Jared Kutcher.
Jared Kutcher.
Because of Kushner.
Because he's slipping into some silk sheets with
Jared.
her. Okay, satin sheets. She sells all of that stuff.
Speaking of Jews, where's Jew Gasser?
Yeah, he hasn't been around.
We're back in YouTube.
Actually, yeah.
Jew Gasser, don't.
Oh man!
Wait
No, you know what? We probably can't go there. Let's lawyers, guns, and money. We'll have the other one for another time. How about that?
Okay.
Lawyers, goy, and money.
I'm not a racist misogynist. I just play one in real life.
Goy.
Goy.
Goy is
the
common person in Yiddish.
Common.
Goy.
It's basically equivalent to cattle.
Yeah, the common.
Cattle?
Yeah.
An animal?
I mean, to be fair, the Chinese and the Indians
I'm
feel
not
the same way.
Chinese.
Indians are
Like
definitely.
Chinese, like certain people for thousands of years always just assumed, well, you know, God made us, and then he realized, wow, it sure is an effort to make people. Why don't we just make half people now?
Yeah.
The rest of the planet will just make sort of people. They'll be in between animals and humans, right? And that's the way the Chinese believed for
and the Indians
for hundreds of years. And in India, like you've got these different levels, and then the bottom level are the untouchables, and then below that is anybody who's not Indian. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, yeah.
I've seen your Facebook post, and we're like, who's that person who made the GIF? The GIF.
Johnny Neptune.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Don't even.
It's no longer a content issue. Let's put it that way. So don't engage. No longer content related.
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah. So guns. Let's talk about guns. We're not getting any, like, I was surprised. Okay, we got this new shooting, great new shooting, right? And where are they? I mean, there's like shouldn't there be like a 2.0 resurgence, or am I missing this? Did I just skip over a news cycle or something?
What is that?
Well, you realize there was a shooting, right?
Well, yeah, the Texas thing.
So where's the new hog?
The new what?
Hey, awesome, guns. Did you actually go and shoot them?
It was too late. We were leaving the hotel.
Awesome.
But I didn't know that we can play airsoft.
Oh, those airsoft guns?
Yeah.
I can't even see through my... Oh, okay.
I like the way you guys don't put the orange safety tip on the end so you could actually get shot if you're in the wrong place. Yeah.
Play it for real.
I was walking around with two guns, Armalites, in the hotel.
Ah,
really?
Yeah, in the hotel.
Well, I hope this wasn't too far south.
It's in north.
Oh, okay. Oh, you went north. I thought you were going south. Or in the bay.
North.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to go to Corregidor, but our trip was really unplanned. But anyways. Yeah. So yeah, there was a shooting. It happened in Texas. And
I mean, just not much on it. I mean,
yeah,
it
it's
really.
done.
One of the best stories was J.J. Watt, the football player. I was reading here. He stepped forward and said he was going to pay for all the funerals of the kids, which I thought, wow.
Really, 10 students died.
10 of their funerals, and then I just read an article this morning about this guy, and this isn't like, he doesn't do this because. He's not throwing his religion in front of everybody. He's not throwing anything. And when he's asked about things, he's really very careful about. You don't know what side he's on, but you can't argue with what this guy's been doing. I was amazed. This guy raised for the hurricane. He raised like $43 million. That's not chump change. And apparently this guy, J.J. Watt, has a history of, even though he wasn't born in Houston, Houston's his adoptive town, and he has a history of, and if this gives you any indication, he tends to support sheriff's associations and things like that. But he's still doing this through his foundation. It's called the J.J. Watt Foundation, offering to pay for the funerals for these kids. And I mean, I think that's a really... he's not throwing money at gun control. He's not making a statement one way or the other. And I just spent a little time researching this guy, and man, what a stand-up American! And he's doing it, and you honestly don't know where he's sitting. I have an idea. He's from Texas, the real Texas, and he's football player, and he's wealthy. You could probably he's not taking a knee, but when you read his comment on. His comment on, well, what do you think about these people, Kaepernick taking it, or Kaepernick, I always mispronounce.
Kaepernick.
Whatever the hell.
Kaepernick.
His statement is, I think it's wonderful what people can do when they have an idea and get together. I mean, talk about, like, mass deflection. That's just like, I just think it's great that people get together and do things. And
how many?
and, you know,
what's the maximum word count that I can get to without actually saying like pro or con?
If you read the statement, though, it's just like, okay, I agree with that. I agree that you're not answering this question because we want to know, hey, do you hate black people? You know, I mean, that's because that's what it's about. If you don't take a knee, you're going to hate black people. So, yeah, I thought it was interesting. I don't think he took a knee, but you don't even really care at this point. So anyway, yeah, he's won a few awards. The NFL award, I think it's the Peyton Award for charity and all of that. But yeah, good to see Americans. I mean, that's what I think is a good example of an American doing what he should, what he can. He does a bunch of stuff for the kids from Sandy Hook. Now, we won't get into any ancillary things about whether it was a ghost meeting or what. But anyway, he does seem to care. So I thought I'd just tip of the hat to that guy. Cool guy, and he's a football player. Makes a lot of money. American dream. So
Football player makes a lot of money.
signed a $100 million contract, I think. Yeah, that counts.
Where do they hang out?
Where do they hang out? Jollibee.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's, you know, the famous, like, you know, at the end of the Super Bowl, they're like, you just won your first Super Bowl championship. So what are you going to do next? I'm going to Jollibee.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they always
That's
say.
right. Let's all go
No,
to Jollibee.
I'm not even
Jollibee.
attracted to Pinoy basketball players. So even though I know where they hang out.
I saw a Filipino guy that had to have been a basketball player because he was like 6 something.
A Pinoy guy.
Yeah. Like not just Asian, but he was dark.
In the mall?
So like, yeah, at the mall. I was in the Robinson's department store grabbing some trash bags and something else. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But like this guy, like he was at least 6'2", 6'3". I know because my little brother is like 6'2", 6'3". And I believe he was over 6'3".
Oh man.
Because
Who's
and it
that
was just
guy?
like
Probably an
like the guy
PBA,
he
PBA
almost
player.
looked like a giant, like he was at least 6'5" or so.
Oh yeah, the dudes that got on the plane to when I was going down to Shibao, they were at least 6'8".
Oh yeah,
and they had bulkhead seats, and everybody applauded when they came on board. The captain introduced them. I suppose they should have, you know, they were treated like real celebrities.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
I wonder who's that. But whenever I'm like near a celebrity in the Philippines, I'm just like, just in the corner. Oh yes.
So
I'm not gonna take a picture.
We got a couple of things going on that might.
What happened in Greece?
Well, they're attacking this mayor. Okay, I mean, Greece.
The mayor.
I'll tell you what, Greece and Venezuela, they've got something in common. Okay.
Oh, Venezuela?
Yeah, they do. They've got something in common.
Their economy's falling apart for years.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I mean, they basically are out of money.
Yeah.
They're out of money. And
Portugal, Ireland, Greece, Spain,
and they're not thinking correctly about putting people in power to get things back to normal. And if Greece doesn't do something quickly about some of this stuff, especially the immigration, I mean, you're going to have to put these people. I mean, it's either going to cost you in social services, or it's going to cost you in crime, or in police, or you know, paying police more to police, or not caring and letting them overrun the country. But Venezuela, wow, how far do you want to take this whole socialist experiment? I mean, they're going to take this thing all the way to the ground. I mean, all the way into the ground.
They're already eating rats.
They're killing zoo animals.
You know,
people are defecting. You know. Defecting, I don't know. They're just going to where there's food. I don't know if that's defecting. you know, what would be really interesting would be to go there and hang out with somebody who's really rich.
Let's go there.
Do you have any super mega rich friends? Like, I'm talking guys that fly around in helicopters.
Oh, I don't have
in
that.
Venezuela. I want to hang out with those guys and just, you know, see what that feels like. What do you think?
Didn't you have that in
I can
Panama?
I see Phil's grimace over here. He's just like, oh, dude, you know.
Oh, don't you
I mean,
know?
like, no,
Guys.
but yes, but no, but like, I mean,
no.
sure,
We'll just
like,
be
we
up
got
in
the
a
chance.
helicopter and just maybe flick a little caviar on all those.
See, you
people.
gotta have enough money to be able to really protect yourself if you're in Venezuela, but I mean, that's the whole thing.
You just fly high enough. They can't afford bullets for any guns, so you know, just fly it. So outside of throwing rocks range, I think you're good.
How about we'll go in a yacht party?
Oh, massive yacht with a helicopter. Helicopter from yacht to
We can
deluxe
afford
hotel
the
to...
helicopter thing.
Oh
Just
man, you know that's where you need it.
We can rent
Actually,
a yacht and have a party.
Well, yachts are pretty expensive, but you want to do that off the coast of Venezuela?
Off the coast of Manila.
Oh, well, Manila. We're trying to make a point here. We're trying to rub it in people's faces that we have much, much more money than they do, and it's supposed to make us feel good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I just want to try it out to such a degree. See, look at Phil. Just look. Do you want to come, Phil? Do you want to join us? I'll tell you what. If you're running late, I'll send the jet.
Of course.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean, only to document it for historical purposes. That I'm neither, you know, condoning nor decrying the.
You know, I'm pulling your chain here. Okay.
Okay, let's have a snack break.
Oh yeah.
What's this, Phil?
This is well, I've started going to this little, you know, Korean spot around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is that Chan? It's Chan.
Chan. Oh my gosh, Chan.
So
this segment is brought to you by Chan.
So
okay, and it's a seaweed.
I hope you get what you
yeah,
pay
it's olive and seaweed.
It's a bag of air.
Bag of air.
Is it chocolate covered seaweed?
No, olive oil soaked seaweed bar.
Oh, so it's like just nori and olive oil. May I?
Yeah, that's
okay,
what they're
let's
there
try
for.
it.
Let's get
I
it
thought
going.
Nori was the new host of Coast to Coast. Nori.
Chan. Let's all try
just
Chan.
Open one and see.
Yeah.
The humidity here, I've learned that you never want to open the crackers or potato chips. It's only about a day before they get a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not exactly Rocky Mountain fresh air.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Well, this is just. Is it just a snack?
Yeah. But you can put it on rice too.
Oh yeah,
like
not bad
make
at
a
all.
sushi.
You're supposed to just.
good.
K2.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh boy, it smells bad.
Oh, it's just seaweed.
It's like soaked in some like fish flavor.
Yeah, it's got a little fishiness to it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't know if I'd want to like have this as
Sit and
something
eat it
that I
all day long.
survive on.
Yeah,
For like a month.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, if you're
I'm a fan of dulce. Dulce's like a type of seaweed or algae or whatever, and it's. They say, oh, it tastes like bacon. Like it tastes like bacon if bacon was made out of kelp.
You know what we should do is, you guys dig sushi?
Yeah.
Well, you know they got all those fish swimming around in those tanks in Robinsons, right?
Yeah.
And those
The
guys
fresh
are live.
on the fresh area.
And some of those others look pretty fresh. I don't know if any.
No.
I mean, if it's alive, I don't know. But then again, you got to figure out what kind of water they're swimming in, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, if they were caught in Manila Bay, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I'll make it. You guys try the first batch, and I'll just watch.
Please no.
I'll tell you where that freaked people out was in Central America.
Silica gel.
We actually did rented a boat so for my honeymoon. and caught some fish. Actually, these guys caught some fish, and we were expecting to get some fish, so we brought down the nori, the big leaves of this seaweed, and the wasabi and the rice vinegar. And so these guys gave us these fish while they were alive, and I just gutted them and did the best. I had a sushi knife, and we just made sushi rolls right in front of these guys, and they were expecting us to deep fry them or cook them or something, and we just started eating them, and they thought, oh my God, these people are disgusting. So not everyone eats raw fish. So what are we looking at here? Somebody shooting at someone?
It's K2, our guy.
That's you, K2?
Yeah.
What are you
Shooting
rocking
guns.
on there?
Caliber 45.
Right on.
Shooting a caliber 45.
Oh, really? Holy crap.
We should go out and
Isn't
do
that
the
a 50
thing.
cal?
So is that
Shooting range. Let's all go in a shooting range.
Yeah, I have a friend who is
around here.
He is offering a shootout.
Right on.
Let's go.
Can we do rifles? They got the whole
How
gig?
much the rate? Okay, we need we're making a shooting.
I was wondering about that just the other day.
vlog.
I was like, because I know that like in Tennessee there's a place you can go and you pay like per hour and per bullet, and you can shoot like automatic weapons and crap.
Halfway between here and Angeles is a place that you just pay per bullet.
Yeah.
Actually,
let's
Hot
go
Wheels.
do that.
Toby took Hot Wheels there. Did you see the video?
That's in Angeles.
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's in Angeles.
Yeah, he said it was about
Wanna see
close to
something more
Angeles.
from me?
Yeah. How about we show the people now? Is it a video?
No, a picture.
Shooting?
In our group.
Okay, let's see. Oh my God!
You full on? Oh, right on, rock on.
Because his dad is from. Your dad is an army. Yeah,
Right
his
on.
dad is an army.
I was once a non-commissioned officer in the ROTC, and I have a serial number.
Oh,
I'm a
good.
sergeant. I'm a reserve army.
You're a reserve army.
Right on. Cheers. Let's go shooting.
He's in full camo too.
That's awesome. Well, hell, you should go on the show. You want to take my spot in full gear?
Oh wow!
Yeah. Bring your tank.
Yeah, bring your tank. K2 has a tank, everyone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh wow!
I admire people who own tanks. I do. What do you think? Schwarzenegger has one.
You know, in McMinnville,
Like that he
McMinnville,
owned?
Tennessee, they
He
bought
owned, like, owning a tank?
I think he's got more than one.
They spent like $1 million on an old tank, or $500,000 or $1 million, and supposedly, like, here's what they said. They were like, oh, well, you know, this represents how, you know, we're taking on meth. Because there's a big meth problem in the town or whatever. And I'm like,
And they bring their
like,
tank.
yeah, but really, what is this? Like, did you get like a really good deal on it and the rest was like invested in meth? Or, like, you know what I mean? Because you don't just buy a tank to have it laying around.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to use
you
it.
don't spend like $500,000 on a tank just as a symbolic
It
of
costs us
your effort to.
$500,000?
No, you would spend that $500,000 on something that fights meth, wouldn't you?
Or something that can get to a crime scene that would involve that amount
Yeah,
of
yeah,
firepower
yeah,
within a
exactly.
period of time before the firepower
that
is,
could actually walk, that could actually run on the roads. Exactly.
Well,
you wouldn't have something
that could get
up at the National Guard shack.
something that
you're
goes
never gonna
faster than
use.
10 miles an hour.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Because typically some of the older tanks they're
And
not-
I've seen some crazy riot gear, like vehicles that are like domestic tanks, but they're not tanks, so that they're meant to run on urban. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they really wanted to do something like that, they could have bought urban paramilitary gear, but they didn't.
You know what I
which
really
just-
want to watch right now?
Was that?
Did you guys saw this? I don't know. Did you ever
Your
see
porn?
it? If he hasn't
Yes.
seen it, oh no, this is. You want to see some of that? No.
No.
Remember the guy in San Diego that went on a rampage with his tank?
Huh.
Oh no! All right,
Really?
you guys. Let me find
Oh, I
this.
think I remember this, and he like effed up a bunch of.
We're still on
But-
guns.
But it turned out it was like there was some reason behind his whole. Like there was
Yeah. Well, he certainly knew how to. I'm pretty sure it was San Diego. Yeah. Stolen tank rampage.
So anyone can buy a tank as long as they have money.
It depends on what you want with the tank. You may have to.
Who you are.
Well, the guns is what they're looking at. Anyone can buy a tank, but you have to decommission all of the weapons,
yeah.
you know. But like the guy on FPS Russia, they had a full tank with the full armory with the whole deal with, you know, it was awesome. So they were shooting the turret and the automatic, the belt-fed machine guns and all of this. Okay, so let's send this link over. Just for the fun of it. Let me see if we can get over here. Be just a sec. Anything more about guns, folks? I mean,
I want to shoot one. I tried shooting before, but I
you
wanted
tried
to do
shooting? What happened? Did it just go click?
like in the shooting range.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Right on. Cool. So, oh man.
But I would want to do it with you guys.
Really?
I think there's one like in Antipolo. Where's the place that we can go around Manila?
There is a place.
Cavite?
There's a place in the city, but it's really expensive.
It's inside the.
It's indoors.
It's inside the camp.
Yeah.
Police camp.
We do have here in Ortigas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I forgot the name. Like
Or we could just freeform. You know, Saturday's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of my area building there. You could just walk around.
Oh my God,
free,
that's a
you know,
public
just
area.
Rock, and
No,
then I've got
let's
my
not do
balcony if you want to do a little sniping. Little sniping. One there. You got him. Congratulations. You get a stuffed bear. No, that's not cool. Yeah, let's go shooting. But again, we're not allowed as Americans to have guns here, and I think that's a good thing. I really do. So I'm going to post this in studio so everybody can see it. There we go.
we can show the people.
Okay.
It's about tank.
So yeah, this is in San Diego, and this is the rampage I was talking about. You guys haven't seen it. Oh man, this guy rocks. He really does. He knows what he's doing.
So he owned a tank.
No, he went.
Is he
just went down to the National Guard armory and grabbed one because he was upset.
Wow.
And you could tell he was pretty well upset on this thing. So he did a little bit of damage here.
It would be cool if I'm dropping my kids using my tank.
All
Okay,
right.
kids?
Let's see
Get
this.
out now. Like in the school.
Does this have audio?
I'll pick you up later.
The vehicle in question, a 57-ton M60 Patton tank.
At Able, we're over the head of it. We are rolling videotape.
The tank is fully equipped with a machine gun and a 105mm cannon, and it appears to be bent on destruction.
He's running over. Fire hydrants. You got hydrants that are blowing water in the air now.
At this point, police have no idea if the tank is armed.
Have somebody get a hold of the armory and find out if this thing is loaded, if he can actually do any damage with it other than killing people by running them over.
The suspect is a military veteran who has stolen the tank from a local armory.
Yeah, he's rolling over just about anything he wants to.
Police desperately tried to figure out a way to stop him.
Whoa! What?
No, I don't, to be honest with you. This is the San Diego Police Department. You're in danger. Everybody go back in the house, get out of the street.
Not only is he going after parked cars, he's going after oncoming cars as well. After terrorizing the neighborhood, he heads for the main street and shows little regard for the traffic signal.
San Diego Police Department, get out of the way, get out of the street. You're in danger. This is the San Diego Police Department. Stay out of the street. You're in danger.
Almost 15 minutes into the rampage, he makes his way to the freeway. Unable to bring down the bridge, he gives up and moves on. Then, a half-mile later, the suspect tries to jump the freeway divider and head into oncoming traffic. But the potentially deadly act turns out to be the break police have been waiting for.
Abel, he's just high-centered it on the center divide. He's stuck. There's no way he's getting off that. Be careful if he gets loose there.
Several officers rush the tank. As they try to open the hatch, the driver makes one last effort to get the tank free.
Abel, they're trying to get the hatch open right now. The guy's still inside and he's not out. They can't get the hatch open. So he is stopped, though. Well, he can't move, but he's trying to real hard.
Moments later, the police get the hatch open, and the driver is killed.
Yeah, you can't expect to survive that.
He was killed?
Yeah, they just shot him.
How?
Well, they open the hatch and shoot him. Or throw a grenade in there. That's probably the best way of doing it.
How did they do it? Oh.
Oh, you want to see all the gore?
Yeah, I want to see.
Faces of death.
Oh, now I need to...
Yeah, there's so that's the tank.
How did they open it? How did they shoot him? How did they shoot him?
Well, they hopped up on top and probably pried open the...
On the helicopter?
There's a hatch. No, there's a door hatch on the top of it.
Yeah.
You can open it. You can throw a grenade or shooting inside.
Yeah, there is video.
How can they open it?
A crowbar or
Did someone enter the tank?
Yeah. Well, they just opened the door and shot him.
Oh, when...
There's cops that jumped on the tank, opened the door,
and then killed.
I don't know if they put a smoke bomb in there first, but they just shot him. Which, you know, of course, what do you expect? I mean, I'm not gonna... How are you gonna do a hostage negotiation?
No, I thought someone shot...
I
thought someone shot him from afar.
No.
That's why he went.
No, you need some serious ammunition to be blowing up tanks. You need an Apache gunship.
Ah, okay.
A fully loaded, fully armed Apache gunship would probably is what you need.
So he died.
I mean, there are tank buster.
So don't get drunk and just steal tank, okay?
Yeah.
Just be a happy drunk. Just a happy drunk.
Stealing a tank looks like it would be fun, except the getting killed part.
Yeah, I don't. No.
See, that's what you need in Manila.
In EDSA. Oh my God.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Get out of the way, I'm driving a tank.
Well, you don't even have to say get out of the way. You just go. You just go. Hopefully.
I think I've seen one in EDSA, or like I've seen 2 tanks. I'm like,
what, tanks? Really?
Yeah, they're like driving. They're like going somewhere.
Wow.
I finally realized that's how you have to cross streets here. Just pretend you're a tank. I'm just going.
Yeah.
You will stop.
Did you ever make this thing when you're crossing?
Yeah, I have.
And you'll feel like
wave.
No, like crossing and trying to stop the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
have you tried that?
I haven't nearly gotten bumped yet.
I only do that with cab drivers because I'm at a war with the cab drivers at night in this neighborhood. Okay, I'm serious. They're stalking me. There's very few people on the streets at 4 o'clock in the morning here,
and 90% of them are like, that's the only time you can get a cab. Is after 10 p.m. is the only time you can get a cab on the street,
and they're just swarming.
Swarming, it's like a zombie movie.
And if you're crossing the street, they're going to time it so that you're just right on their bumper. And I've gotten to the point, that's the only time I ever flipped anyone off. Because it's this guy he did it twice. He went around the block and did it again. And so, so with those guys, I mess with
the cab driver.
Yeah, I mess with them. I'll wave to them or put a hand up so they stop if they're stalking me. Because it's incredibly annoying. You don't know. They're just timing you so that you're stuck in the middle of the street, and there might be other traffic there. So yeah.
Sometimes I'm intentionally doing this, like crossing in the stoplight, and there's like the cars are stopped, right? And I'm doing this while walking.
Yeah.
I'm doing this hand.
I think it's okay to do the stop thing, but what I hate is for pedestrians, or even pretty much anyone, to tell you to go who's not a traffic cop. So you're driving and a pedestrian's like, no, you go. I'm waiting for you. Go. It's like, wait, what turns you into a cop? I'm in a car. If you go, I'll go. But you just, tell you what, do what you want. I'm going, and you're gonna get run over. And then the ones where you're like, you're crossing the street and the guy's going too fast, and then you're waiting for him to pass, right? Because you got maybe 2-3 lanes. And he stops, and he's all mad at you and telling you to go. That's when I'm just like, oh, so you want me to go? And he's, so you have the whole hand conversation. By then, all the other cars, and you're standing in front of him. And see, that's what the go signal, I think, is kind of insulting. I don't know if you guys have that experience.
Anyways, traffic in Manila is crazy.
Yeah, if you get caught doing hand signals in front of a car with me, or I don't know, I have a thing about people telling me to go. Or the cab drivers here. Terrible. No, seriously, you feel stalked. I mean, I felt like a hot woman in it, like a 1980s stalker movie, total, some of the real cheap 1980s horror movies with the girl with the big hair and the hot pants.
Trying to get a cab.
Yeah, the hot pants. Yeah.
Hey, I watched TNT late night in the 90s.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Damn straight. The ones that just went straight to video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? When I got older, I've wondered for years since. It's like, why did they have these like practically softcore porn movies with everything blurred out on in the middle of the? Because there was folks like you watching them anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, she's taking off her. Well, it's all blurred.
Yeah.
And
what was the deal with the pastel colors? Okay. I mean, just too much.
The entirety of the 80s and the 90s up until 93.
Yeah, about 93.
93. All of a sudden, it was like, not everything needs to be pink pastel and teal.
I think grunge, aquamarine, like the beginning of grunge music killed pastel.
Thank God, yeah.
Thank you.
I used to think that the whole grunge thing was pretty cool. I remember, like, all of a sudden I wanted to wear, like, by 5th and 6th grade in the early, 92, 93, 94, I wanted to wear, like, the grunge gear, which was, like, holes in your pants and flannel shirts, which I didn't realize at the time. That's really just the I'm a homeless junkie who lives in Seattle outfit.
Right.
It wasn't like, well, we got this style we're working for. It was more like, well, I'm a homeless junkie, and it's cold in Seattle.
That's what.
So I'm going to find some flannel shirts at the Goodwill so that I have money to buy heroin to shoot into my arm.
That's what was in their closet.
It was completely functional.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with style, yeah.
No, and the whole non-shaving thing, it's just,
it's because,
you just don't shave.
The whole I'm a homeless junkie, I don't really care about my appearance. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was interesting. The collars. Remember the collars? Everybody was wearing their collars. Miami Vice. You had Miami Vice going on there. Man. Pastel colors, big hair, plastic earrings.
Any weird news?
Fake boobs.
Fake boobs.
Fake boobs. But at least women started trimming their bush. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. Started getting a little more tidy down there. That's the good news. Good news from the 70s.
I didn't know that sausage dogs can be super aggressive.
This one really freaked me out, this story. I mean, wow.
You know, I'm going to just go ahead and say it again. No, man. It's your wiener dogs and your chihuahuas that are mean breeds. Pit bulls are horrible, awful, and no, not really. Pit bulls are friendly and protective.
Well, you can make one really mean.
Exactly.
No.
You can make one mean.
Yeah.
But you have to, it's not naturally mean.
You have to be poking that
It's
stick
naturally
in the cage.
protective. You have to beat it.
Yeah.
Through its childhood
beat it
in
So
order to train
crazy.
a pit bull to be mean.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't train a wiener dog or a terrier or a chihuahua to be nice.
They're
You
really
cannot.
bad.
You cannot. You can make a pit bull is naturally protective and sweet, but you can make it mean. But with a wiener dog or a little yappy dogs, chihuahuas, you can't make a yappy dog nice. You can't keep them from biting toddlers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to bite a toddler because it's like, oh, look, something I can actually take on. It's my size.
Probably get
You
them
know?
stoned.
Wow.
Feed them some weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. They
Alright.
can be like relaxed.
I knew somebody who fed their dog. Their dog liked to eat stems evidently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's cruel or not. I do agree though. There were these little poodles that my aunt
1,000
had,
peso.
and boy, we love dogs, but big dogs. And my aunt's dog decided to start biting people, and always going after kids and older people. And I remember seeing this dog, and it was in the middle of a snowstorm, flying through the air and getting.
Oh, and we might even run into some famous NFL stars.
Let me know when the secret's out here.
No, look here. We got the fun shoot here.
Okay, we're arranging our
And the
shooting
ticket
video.
includes the 45 cal rental, 21 ammo, range fee, range preparation, instructor, and a Jolly Bee meal. So we might even run into some NFL stars.
Oh, there you go.
You know.
Do they
And
have
a
a
certificate?
like any
Just 1,000 peso.
any
Peso.
ARs or
You get
any
a
rifles?
polo shirt and a sticker and a Jolly Bee meal
Yeah.
and get to use the gun.
If you pay before May 20,
Oh, it's over.
it's over.
Sayang.
But I'm asking him if he could.
Yeah, you're
habol.
friends with him,
Well, let's see
right?
if we got.
Kawawa ko.
Kung if,
Kawawa.
He said if he could pay today, he can arrange the polo shirt.
Pay today?
Yeah.
Well, maybe want to
But
do
that's if you want.
a rifle though. I mean, we want to. This is just a handgun.
Yeah, if you want.
I want to do the Armalite.
Yeah, we gotta go all out.
Yeah, we're gonna go all out.
Maybe we need a place outside where we can do a grenade launcher. Yeah.
Landmine. Or like
Yeah.
put landmine and then you guys are
I
trying.
think there's a firing range on the police.
Camp Krame.
Right on. Well, there's the one that
But before
That's
you
in
go there, you should
Angeles
have-
though.
yeah, I know, but that's like we want to go there.
Angeles? Oh yeah, why not?
What?
Nothing.
What did I say? Well, as if we haven't been
Oh,
there
if-
before.
Yeah. If we're going there, then I'm gonna go I'm gonna go wakeboarding
We
too.
need to take your mom out to the bar.
My mom?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wow.
She's out in the beach with my dad.
They're
having fun.
No, but on the way we'll maybe hit that same range where there's like.
Take my mom to the
Hardcore.
firing range.
I think it's on the way from here to Angeles, if I remember right. We can do an excursion, and
Yeah, we
there's
can do an
internet
excursion.
access along that
Yeah,
whole route.
You have your go-to Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're working.
I'm actually going to get another one, too.
Wow, I'm excited about this trip.
Get a
Shooting
second
guns.
one.
Put
But
your
those are like
camos on.
8,000 pesos, though, for one of the
I'm not gonna get that.
good, the nice ones.
Mm.
But, okay, guns.
Guns.
Wow, got that covered. So, what do we got? I mean, money. I know this isn't the biggest
We
thing
need
here,
money.
but yeah, I mean, I think we should talk about some of the things that haven't been reported, right? Recently. It's all Russia. It's all just terrible, bad news and awful. It's maybe our duty to chime in because we always talk about how, hey, none of this other news is reporting anything positive that's going on, especially about Donald Trump. So, what is so wrong right now with the economy? I mean, is there something that we could? I mean, we got the problem with maybe gas went over $3, but I mean, wow, people are frickin' spoiled. Remember during the Obama era where gas was what, pushing $5?
During a lot of the Obama era, we were in the midst of one of our most serious recessions since the crash of '87. Mm-hmm. But the stock market was at all-time highs.
And gas prices were,
Like, how does that work? Oh, right. Because, when you have socialists who are actually crony capitalists, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Socialists. You know how, like, China is a communist country, which is why they're such good capitalists?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, socialists are great at, now we're going to take everybody's money, we're going to put it over here, and we're going to spend some of it, of course.
Yeah.
Because we're the people who make sure that all the money goes to the right place. Now, we have to spend a lot of the money ourselves so that we stay in a good mood so that we feel like sharing the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that this isn't an illusion. I don't think that this is a ruse. Unemployment is record lows. African American unemployment, all-time record low ever since recorded in U.S. history. Female employment, record low, or record high, right? Mm-hmm. Or I should say unemployment, record low. People are working. They're going to be paying less taxes. I mean, the tax cuts are already there. Very real that companies are expecting these tax cuts and are already giving bonuses. This money is real. It's being spent. It's not fake loans and on property that are high risk, and it's not on the edge of anything. We've got a lot of people going to work and building stuff and selling it overseas. You got a lot of people digging up coal and natural gas that we're selling overseas. All of this is tangible, very real stuff, and none of that was going on when Obama was president. So I think at least kind of you could just like hate every single policy of Donald Trump's, but the fact is that these things do exist. They're existing now. I submit to you that Goldwater probably wouldn't have made it through without Donald Trump being president, because I mean, wow.
We started.
It would be totally different if we were still around today. Who knows? We'd be probably chipped, programmed, AI, bots, something. So anyway, I thought we would recap that. Money, as far as money is concerned, there's plenty of it going around. People obviously should be careful with making sure that they don't get themselves in a bind. And
I'll admit, last night I was watching a video that was like cut-ups of Hillary and Donald Trump speeches to make them say different things. And like while watching one of the Donald Trump ones, I had to very much admit in my head, like, if nothing else, he's a great what would you call it? Like American leader? I don't know if I believe in presidents, but he's a great mascot. Like, he's very like, I'm America. Hey world, this is what America's like.
That's true.
I'm big, I'm brash, I'm gonna say whatever. You know, yeah, sure. I'll buy that he's the American mascot. I can totally, thumbs up, I get behind that. Right. Once again, that doesn't mean I'm here. I am playing the Holmes character here.
Right,
again.
I got you.
No, I'm not saying I trust this guy. I'm still pretty convinced he's a Clinton.
I don't know, but how far do you have to go?
That.
I mean, the guy says, "Hey, let's just do a flat 15% tax on businesses." I mean, that's what came out of his mouth during the campaign. That's why a lot of people voted for him. And then take a look at what happened. He did it, right? There's no question that he did it. So the idea was there, and the promise was there, and then it happened, and then the result. And I mean, take a look at even taxation on steel. People thought that we were going to be in complete trouble, and it turns out that the price of steel actually went up. So we're in good shape with that. I mean, just that one thing, 15% tax, right? Your business, you don't want to get taxed all the way through. You want to encourage people to start businesses. So it went from idea to fruition to look at the economy. Look at the number of businesses that are being started right now, small businesses, which I would think anyone who doesn't like Amazon and Walmart and all of that, you would be in favor of, right?
No.
I know I'm not going to convert you. I'm not trying to.
I mean, I'm
here to make a point.
Theoretically, I agree with most of that. I give you that.
So anyway,
like symbolically, I'm behind it.
Okay. Well, as long as that's, I think.
I just don't know if I trust him, but and that's why they call me black-pilled,
Black-pilled.
Yeah,
black-pilled. Well, yeah. Hopefully, there'll just be more of this, just more of it. Say, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. Like, for example, I'm going to fix Korea. Well, let's find out. Let's see if he can denuclearize it. And you can say, well, they still got him and they're lying, and, yeah. Denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. Why not? I mean, good idea. Who's going to argue against it? So, I mean, are they going to be holding back? Are they just going to send them to Iran? That's the big question I've got. Like, oh, well, you need to get rid of your nukes. Okay, we'll just sell them to Iran. How about that? That's not going to help anyone, I don't think.
Yeah.
So, and who knows? Maybe that's already happened. Maybe they ran out of money and already did sell them, and they're making the deal now. So, making a deal for some other form of power plant over there, some normal. I mean, they're going to get something out of it. I think maybe they just ran out of money.
From some of what I've been reading, the thing about the Koreas is they would be better together, likely, more prosperous. I mean, of course, North Korea, but in actuality, though, North Korea is starving because of sanctions and things. They're actually far richer as far as natural resources go.
Yeah.
But they've got no infrastructure to do anything with their natural resources. But guess who does? South Korea's got the infrastructure, but not the resources. So I would say they're going to be better together.
Well, what I'm looking forward to is North Korean porn. Now, see that's going to be some hot stuff. And you got a lot of companies who are going to really want to bust in there and get some good
they're like
good North
Koreans,
porn.
Right? South Korean, North Korean.
It's got to be different. It's got to be different. They have to make a different noise, or there got to be something different about them. Maybe they're just crazy in bed.
Do they even do that? Isn't that like I thought?
I don't know, but they
North
will.
Korea, I was gonna say yeah, they will. I thought that in North Korea, porn was like having a Bible, you get killed for it.
I don't know.
Porn and Bibles are
Go find out.
You get executed for that.
Go find out. Where's the camera?
Yeah, I'll make sure to grab some signs off the wall and go into some. Yeah,
we'll do a little casting thing and
steal whatever I can while I'm there and see if it gets through customs.
I don't know if Trump would bail you out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he?
Only because I'm not an NBA star.
Yeah.
Dennis.
Well, wasn't he?
Dennis Rodman, right?
I can't remember who it was. There were some basketball players who stole a bunch of stuff from China, and
he bailed them
out.
out.
It's like, wait a minute. So you're in a police state, and you commit a stupid crime.
Yeah.
Stupid crime in a police state.
And then Trump bails him out.
And then he's like, I don't think we should have to apologize or say thank you. Like, I mean, I guess that's...
I don't think that's... I don't know if that's what he said. The whole deal with... you're talking about...
one of the guy's dads said that...
Right. So that's what set off...
He doesn't owe... we don't owe Trump an apology.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe.
As the father of somebody who goes to a police state as a team representing the United States,
right,
in any country, it doesn't matter.
That's terrible,
but, I mean, it's just like, okay, how dumb does that make you as a father? I mean, that's the type of son you raised? Ugh, terrible. Probably one of those parents that's just hoping and banking on the child's career. Just looking at him like a child actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of those people. Ugh, man.
Saint Duck says North Korea has tentacle porn. We all know that Kurt Eichenwald is definitely an aficionado.
Tentacle porn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kurt Eichenwald is the hentai master.
Wow. Well.
I haven't seen a tentacle porn.
Really?
Yeah. What?
I've seen the animated kind and like.
What?
Like in real life, like it was a live action film, but it was also tentacle porn.
But I mean,
it wasn't like. Now I have also seen some of that Japanese stuff with eels too, but that doesn't count.
So this is like just octopus?
Porn with eels?
Octopi?
Why do you gotta remind me now? Now I'm remembering it. Like baby eels.
This is porn with octopi?
That's dangerous.
Both. You're right. I've seen both. And like,
okay, for our viewers and for me. And for Diana, just to clarify, tentacle porn is with octopi? Is that correct?
Like, it depends. If it's animated, it's often monsters with tentacles.
Okay, but sea creatures.
And then I've seen one that was like in real life, except it wasn't like real. The monsters weren't real. They were just like, it wasn't animated, but it was like, special effects. Oh. And then I've seen like, ooh, that's a sea creature.
Okay, so that means, okay, gotcha.
Can I see it when I search it?
I mean,
No, we can show
Japanese
it.
eel porn.
Put some up for our viewers here. See if we can. No, I guess let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
No.
Let's not do that. No tentacle porn. Well, that's pretty damn disgusting.
I can send you a link though.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah, I'll try.
Leave me out of that one. I don't want to be.
You're gonna see it no matter what.
I've seen some weird stuff, and I don't need any more.
I want to see it.
Oh, I just remember going like, and that's like trying to count 33, 36, just like baby eels,
Are we talking about the real thing?
Japanese girl full of eels, Japanese eel porn videos.
All right,
Japanese anal eels.
See, now you guys are complaining about me having a porn tab open. Jesus. Now look at these two. Look at these two.
At least yours is like.
I've got a little tame pop-up that just forgot to close over here. Jeez.
This is more interesting than the real ones.
Jeez.
It's a real porn, anyways, right?
Oh, man.
Yes, like in real life, like it's real.
Where is it?
I've got like some lag going on.
Well, while you guys are looking for that, let's get back to angry animals. Washington, a cougar kills a Seattle man and then goes after another dude. So, wow. These guys, you got to be really in the wrong place at the wrong time for that to happen. They're generally okay. You guys are really watching this stuff.
I closed it. It's
okay. Thank you.
It's a lot.
That was a speculum right there, is what that was. That was
right.
what they call a speculum.
It's gross. I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
St. Duck
When
votes
I'm alone.
for a subject change. I second that motion.
All right, cougars. And we're not talking about Jesus. I don't know if we're going to dig ourselves out of that. Thank you so much, Diana. That's exactly. I mean, now it's just like frozen there, that image.
Me too.
Tub girl.
Jeez. All right. Well, we got more animals. We got hot dogs and
cougar,
sausage dogs and
cougar,
cougars.
not cougar.
Chili.
Cougar is different from cougar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, cougar is you know what a cougar is, though, right? In more of a dating sense.
Cougar is like a woman.
An older
who's
woman.
dating. Yeah, older woman dating young guys.
Yeah.
Whoa, that cougar.
Yeah, that's the one that. Well,
Whoa.
both can kill you, but.
Kills. Oh my God.
Yeah, they can get pretty
Jesus
mean.
Christ.
They can get pretty mean.
So what did he do? Did they
well,
kill
you're
him?
in the wrong place at the wrong time, basically. And these guys were
In the
on
forest?
bikes outside of Seattle, and second one in the state in like 100 years. So they're very rare. You really have to kind of make one mad.
To make him attack you.
Yeah, you really have to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Cougars are one of the ones that if you see one, you want to make yourself bigger.
Oh,
They're not
so
going to
they'll be
stand.
afraid.
You don't want to like go after them, but you want to make yourself appear to be larger, and usually they'll just go away. They're going to just be mad that you were walking through their territory, probably because you spooked something they were hunting.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you were a deer hunter and another hunter came up and scared your deer away, that, you know, you just shoot the hunter. So that's, I guess, because they're in the hunting mode and you replace yourself with whatever they're tracking.
Yeah.
That's at least what the thought is for cougar attacks.
And then.
But I can't imagine that would be very painless.
Oh wait.
I don't think that would be very. Like that would hurt getting killed by one of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's going to take a few
Yeah.
chunks out. You're going to have to get ripped apart. There's going to be a lot of spraying blood and yeah, pretty terrible. So
my elementary school was called the Wildcats because, like, in my neighborhood, before they cut down all the trees, like at night, you would hear the Wildcats, the Bobcats, like, you know.
Cougar are the wildcats.
Yeah, you could call them
pretty
that.
much.
Yeah,
I mean, like, they're. It's like the difference between a cheetah and a jaguar. There's a difference. I just couldn't tell you.
Well, let's see. Jaguars are pretty much jungle.
Right, yeah. But in other words, they're like really
savanna.
closely related. I don't know if they're closely enough related that they could breed together, but yeah. A
Jaguars are
bobcat
typically black.
or wildcat is slightly different than a
Bobcats, cougars. We had cougars in Nevada. Yeah, they're not just up in the forests, but yeah, they'll take down lots of things. Take down bears. Cougars, they'll take on bears. So, all right, so here we go. I don't know if we have this video. I know that there's. Oh, so we do finally have the video. And this is back, you know, up in Seattle again. Or I'm sorry, this is in Virginia. At Walmart. What is going on here? I mean, it's like, okay, these guys are cruising along and they stop and someone jumps out of their trunk. It's like that's an everyday deal, and they chase down this girl and grab her and throw her back into the vehicle after this. Now, I haven't seen the video. I watched, saw all of the. What? No, this isn't the. Okay, so we don't have live video
So
of it.
3 thugs, 3 black guy kidnapped a woman.
Yeah.
Kidnapped a woman.
Yeah, and they stopped. She got loose, ran. She's in front of a Walmart, and apparently there were people around that might have been able to do something, but because there were 3 big, ominous-looking black men, they didn't. You know? I would think that would be another citizen's arrest and maybe pull a concealed weapon on one of these guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody stops and a terrified female jumps out of the trunk, and you've got a concealed weapon. I would say it'd be time to draw.
I was in a Waffle House at 2 or 3 in the morning.
You should always have that gun in your hand there.
I'd had like 4 or 5 beers, and I was gonna head home for the night, but I was gonna stop at the Waffle House to fuel up, get some food on my belly before I went home, because that's what the Waffle House is for being the only thing open after the bars close, right? And since I'm a pedestrian and have been for years, I notice things that people who mostly drive might miss. So like I notice there's a pedestrian in the parking lot, and then I notice a vehicle that is not only not slowing down or veering away, but is heading forward, bumps this chick, knocks her down, right? Yeah, she falls to the ground. So immediately, I'm inebriated enough to not know that, you don't just, you see somebody, you run somebody over, come on, be like a regular person. No, I just ran out there. What the hell's going on here,
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out it was some chick and her junkie boyfriend or pimp or whatever the relationship was here. But they both assured me that nothing had gone on and to just leave them alone. Okay, let him kill you. Just do me a favor and let him kill you where I don't have to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's rough. Yeah, being a pedestrian affords you all sorts. I bet you, I like walking too, but especially if you're in a rural area, that's a different type of pedestrian. So I bet you ever find anything? This is a good question. You ever find any suitcases on the side of the road, or you ever find any creepy stuff?
I can't, odd random stuff, yeah, but nothing quite like
a head in a bucket.
No, not quite.
A finger, not even a finger.
No,
man.
Wow.
You ever find anything interesting on the road?
A backpack.
What was in it?
A bag. I didn't open it because all of the people will thinks that it's a bomb.
Oh.
So.
Was it?
I don't know. I just passed. Maybe. So whenever I see a bag, sample in the airport, they will just leave their bag and no one's watching it. I was like, oh my God, it's a bomb.
Yeah.
But you can't be, some people are doing that just to
scare people.
Well, just to create attention for themselves. Because if there's a dude who's obviously all right, he's got all his luggage there, and I've done this before. Mm-hmm. Instead of calling attention, hey, can you watch my bag?
Yeah.
I'm obviously, especially if you're near a restroom, I'll just get up and leave, but I'll make sure that people know that it's me and that I'm going to the bathroom.
And then that's my bag.
I'm not running away from it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think some people are, you see something, say something. With the liberal culture now, it's like, I heard something I didn't like. But, of course, they don't want to fight terrorism, so...
It took me a long time on the West... the West Coast helped me get used to my natural paranoia. Because, for the first month or so, for the first month or two, I remember, whenever you're on any kind of, a bus or whatever, any kind of public transit, the trolleys and buses and, there's always the electric car or whatever, just whatever. If you see somebody who's whenever I hear that whole spiel about what I hear is, hey, do you see that suspicious guy right over there? The one who every time this disclaimer comes over, it looks, that finally helped me get used to my whole natural paranoia. Because yeah, then finally I realized, I'm really not the suspicious guy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it, but I'm not. I'm really not.
No. I might give you a second look, but no.
Right?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell anyone about it. I'm not gonna. I'll be honest with you. You're worth a second glance.
Right? Yeah. Hold on now.
It's the beard.
Yeah.
in your
No,
hair.
he's just
Skin in the room. I bet
he's
you
just
get
a goofy
lot.
mofo, evidently.
There
Right?
you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we need to obviously wrap this up and plug a little bit for our folks over at Revolution Radio. Dr. A. Chuat and his co-host and our good friend Redfoot have a show called The Story Behind the Story. It is at 7 p.m. on Fridays, and you can tune in there at freedomslips.com, Studio B, 7 p.m. Fridays. And, of course, we always like to plug, if you're going to go down the rabbit hole and you're talking about maybe the Earth not being exactly round, or you're talking about some other stuff that they're just, kind of blow your mind research. Even for the casual baller out there, we are ballers. I think everybody's still a baller here. Still an incredibly fun site to go to, and we encourage people to go to its labvirus.com, and he also is the moderator of 8ch.net/Flat Horizon. So anyway, we always like to plug Alex, also known as Redfoot.
Yeah.
So
the flat guy.
yeah, but I mean, he's got a ton of other stuff that he researched. There's 20 years of research at labvirus.com. Some incredible stuff. I think this LabVirus 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going there for a long time, since I've known the guy. So yeah, incredible stuff. And he's also again the co-host on The Story Behind the Story. So that's about it for my plugs.
Yeah. For me, don't forget to go into Goldwater. That's it. And watch for our future vlogs. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to make future vlogs.
Oh yeah.
Vlogs.
And we'll be doing, if this goes down, we'll be covering the Korean
Trump.
the meeting. We will be going to Singapore and doing 24-hour coverage of that meeting. That's going to be marathon. Be a first for the Goldwater being able to do something like that, and hopefully we might be in the new studio. Did you guys see the photos?
Yes.
It's all black. It's bad.
What did Jim say? It looks like a gothic chick's nipple.
Yeah, gothic chick's nipple. Awesome.
Hey guys.
All right, well that's it for me, Major James
On
Burdock,
that note.
signing off. Gothic witch nipple.
Eels.
Oh no.
Have a good one.
Bye guys.
Just had to do it.